My name is Shainuri Basharian.
And my name is Rajni.
We are the OIT trainers at MedSet International Academy, Kottayam. Today we are going to discuss regarding the common doubts of OIT writing module. Let's begin from the address part, shall we?
Okay.
So most of the people having doubts regarding this address thing, whether we have to write both the to and from address. So this kind of doubt is there. So what's your take on that?
Well, the answer to that question is no need of mentioning the to address and from address separately. We have to write the address of the person whom we are writing the letter to.
Okay.
That's it. And even one more doubt, when you said this point, I remember that students often ask me like, do they need to write the word address while writing the address? No need of writing the word address. You can just write the address as it is given in the case note.
Okay, that's good. So what about punctuations? Do we need to add any punctuations while writing the address part?
Not necessarily. See, usually when we write a letter, an ordinary letter, we use punctuations while writing the address. But for an OET letter, we do not use punctuation marks while writing the address. But then again, there is a situation wherein we have to use punctuation while writing address. That is only if our address ends with a PIN number. If it is so, we can write the PIN number on the same line wherein the address ends there by putting a comma. Yeah.
Okay. So the another thing the people are very eager to know whether we need to write the designation if there is no name of the reader has been given. Can we do that?
Yes, we have to write the designation. See, if the name of the person is not given in the case note, definitely we must write the designation. But you have to be really careful because we have to add the article there along with designation while writing the address.
Could you please give me an example for that?
Definitely. See, imagine that the person whom you're writing the letter is to Miss Jenny Attard. Okay, Miss Jenny Attard, a nursing director. So while writing the address, since the name is given, we can write the name first, Miss Jenny Attard. Then on the next line, nursing director, and the rest of the address as it is.
Okay.
But if a name is not given, say they haven't given a name, just nursing director and the rest of the address, we have to start the address by mentioning the nursing director. Then that's how it is done.
Okay. And another doubt is, can we write the abbreviations while writing the address part?
Abbreviations, yeah, that's a good question. See, students often have this confusion. Abbreviations are not actually entertained for an OET letter, but if an abbreviation is given to you in the case notes, we can go for it. For example, say for New South Wales, if they have given an abbreviation NSW in the case note, while writing the address, we can use that abbreviation, no problem.
For street, they are writing SD. It's also fine, right?
If it is given so, it's all right.
Okay, that's good. And one more thing, Rajni, in the address part, usually what they will give in the writing task, they will write the address in a single sentence.
Yes.
So people get confused how they're supposed to break the address while they write.
Yes, that's right. See, when an address is given in a single sentence, you can't exactly copy paste that while writing a letter. Instead, you have to break it into different lines and then you have to write. So wherever there is a comma given in the case note, you can break there and go to the next line.
Okay, that's good. And coming to the salutation part, the people usually have this doubt whether we have to write dear so and so, for example, dear Mason or respected Mason.
Yes.
So what's your take on that?
See, I understand that we all might have written a lot of letters, so by starting the salutation using the word respected is the first thing that comes to our mind. But for an OET letter writing, please don't use the word respected. Instead, for all the letters, we can go for dear, the word dear. We can start the salutation using the word dear, so and so, then ends with the punctuation comma.
I think most of the formal letters, they use respected or India. So that's why they are asked this kind of doubts, I guess.
Yes, that is true. But in OET, it is an accepted form to start the salutation by using the word dear. Doesn't matter it's an information letter or a referral letter, we can start it with the word dear.
That's good. And about the reference, So most of the people are having the problem while selecting the title if the patient's age has not been mentioned, and they're having this confusion whether they have to write Miss or Mrs. or whether we should write a title for this underaged or in toddlers or for teenagers, whether we should write a title for them.
I understand.
So what's your take on that?
See, for reference, it's always a patient's name, right? If the patient's name is given with the title, in the case not, no need to bother about anything else. You can copy paste as it is given there.
So we can choose the same title from the case note.
Yes.
Okay.
But if the name is not given without a title, we have to be really cautious. In that case, we have to look whether the patient is an adult or not.
Okay.
If the patient is an adult, then we have to write the name with the title.
Okay.
See, if it is a male, you can go for the title Mr. If it is a female, you can go for Miss, MS, not MISS.
Okay.
That's because, see, internationally for married and unmarried women, we can go for the title Miss. It's an accepted title.
It's accepted.
Yes. Right. But if your patient is less than 18 years, in that case, no need of mentioning any title. You can just write the name as it is given. I'm saying this because, see, most often students are confused because in our country, we use the title baby for if it's a female child, master if it is a male child.
Yes.
But in OET, if the patient is less than 18 years, no need of using title. We can just write the name as it is given there.
Okay, that's good. That was a common doubt having this whole of this OET people having this kind of doubt.
Yes.
Yeah, especially in beginners level, right?
Yes.
Okay. So, and about the age, or if the age is not given, what people tend to do is they will calculate the age by using the DOB, that is date of birth.
Yes.
So that's very funny because they can write the DOB directly, right?
Yes, they can. See, the reason behind us writing an age or date of birth, it's common. See, if we say I'm 33 years old or I was born in 1986, it says the same thing. It conveys the same thing. So no need of saying a common thing in two different ways. You can either write the age or date of birth, and if a date of birth is readily given to you, no need of calculating the age and writing it. Just mention the date of birth, that's it.
That's it. Okay, fine. And while writing the date, for instance, if you're writing the date of birth itself, mostly in OET they prefer while writing the month in words. Yes. So why is that?
Well, that's a good question, Shaina, because see, in a country like India, there are so many other countries wherein the date is mentioned with the date first, month next, then the year. Say, for example, if the date is like 11/1/1920, 11 becomes the date, 1 is the month, 1920 is year. But in some countries it is not so. They mention the month first, then date, then year.
Okay.
So by mentioning the month in words, we are making the information more clearer to the reader.
Yes.
See, if you write like 11, if the date is 11/1/1920, if you write 11th January 1920, the information is crystal clear for the reader.
Okay.
So that's why we recommend to write the month in words.
Okay, and the next thing is about the age. People used to write 60 years old and age 60 years.
Okay.
So this thing is a big confusion among the students because rather than concentrating on the remaining part, they'll stuck onto this.
That's true. See, if you prefer to write age, you can either write, literally you have to write age, put a colon on the very next line after writing reference, then you can mention the age as it is given to you. Say, for example, if the age is given as 60, you can write 60 years, not YRS, no short forms.
Okay.
You have to write in complete.
Okay.
There is one more option. After writing the reference on the same line, you can use the punctuation comma, and you can write aged 60.
Yeah.
If you're writing aged 60 years, that would become incorrect.
So we have to write age 60.
Yes.
Otherwise, 60 years old.
Yes, that's
right.
Yes.
Okay. So it was nice talking to you, Rajani. So it's the end of the first part of the series. So stay tuned. If you have any doubts, you're free to comment on the comment box and we will get back to you.
Thank you.
Thank you.